All right, I'm live. Hold on, I don't have my notes up. Well, this is not rehearsed. We'll see how this goes. This week I've been practicing for a wedding gig that I've got. I got to learn like 3 hours of music on fiddle and some keyboards. So I'm a little behind on the musician fitness stuff, but I figured why not, since Halloween's coming around, we'll learn some Monster Mash. That's what I've been doing in my private lessons for the last week. Pretty much I'll get kids playing these chords and see if they can play it with a metronome. And when they can, then I surprise them. I'm like, bam, actually, you've been learning Monster Mash. And then we do Monster Mash for the rest of the lesson. It's a great time. But let's see if I can learn it left-handed. I'm on my left-handed guitar. Hopefully it's obvious that the guitar's swapped around. I did a bit of a warm-up, and I can kind of do it. It's pretty sloppy. I can hack my way through it. The chords are just G, E minor, A minor, and D for pretty much the whole thing. There's a spot where it goes C to D, but I kind of just like keep playing the chords. It only happens once. So I noticed when I was warming up, I can do 8 down strums, which is like the 2 measures for each chord. I can do 8 down strums pretty smooth from G to E minor, from E minor to A minor, but it's really going from A minor to D that it starts to get pretty sloppy. And I imagine D to G as well. So my game plan, I've got written down here, is I'm going to start by just doing A minor, D to G, and just kind of cleaning up those movements. You know, this is like going to the gym, so I'm going to do it 10 times. I'm going to go A minor, D, G, that's 1. And I'm just kind of focusing on what it feels like. A minor to D to G, that was 2. A minor to D to G, I think I said D minor. A minor, D, G, that's probably like 5. A minor, D, G, and it's starting to feel pretty smooth now. Definitely, I'm trying to focus on using the very tips of my fingers, not like the front of my fingers. Trying to get really tall finger tunnels, really trying to curl, trying to keep my thumb back here. Otherwise, when I go to play the chords, it's going to be all muted. I'm just going to keep muting the strings. So that's what I'm focusing on. A minor, D, G. Let's do a few more. A minor, D, G, A minor. Whoops. A minor, D, G. All right. Next up, we're just going to try this thing out. I can play it. I can play the song through this this speaker. I've got kind of a janky setup right now on my phone. And since I'm playing it through my phone, I can slow it down to 50%, 75%, or 100%. If you do it on a computer, for some reason, you can do 50%, 55%, 60%, 65%, which is how I usually do it in the lessons. So I did look up the tempo. The tempo is 140. So I can do a little bit of it on my fancy 20-year-old keyboard here that I definitely need to replace. And we'll just do a basic drum beat. This blues rock. The screen's starting to go. It's hard to read. I like doing this one. So full speed would be something like. See? It's not great. I was working in the lab. You see how it sounds. So I mean, that's like I can do it, but it doesn't sound very good. So it needs to be cleaned up. The trick to cleaning up something that sounds like that is to play slow. If you want to play cleanly and fast, you got to practice slow. So I'm going to go down to half speed, which would be, oh, that wasn't even full speed. That was 120. Reset when I chose this. So it's even going to be faster than that. Not great. But if I go to 70, it's going to be slow, but that is how you get good. You got to swallow your pride and practice slow. I'm just going to do 8 down strums for each chord. Really focusing on trying to get all the strings ringing. going to try and do 2 rounds at each speed. So I'm going to do another one. Hopefully, by the end of a 30-ish minute practice session, this will sound good. Because it's really all about repetition. I mean, you just have to do it 200 times. That's really the trick. There is no trick. It's just the grind. It's just setting aside an hour to just do this. That is the trick to learning an instrument. So that was 80%. And I mean, well, no, I won't subject you to. I was going to maybe try and play along with the recording at half speed, but I won't do that to you. Let's wait until 75 and I'll turn on the song so it's a little more interesting. Here's 80. When I first started, it was sounding kind of harsh in the strumming. That's because I was holding my pick too hard because it's trying to get away from me. But if you want a nice, smooth strumming sound, you gotta let the pick give a little bit. So I'm trying to loosen up my pick grip a little bit, but not so much that it falls. Not good. All right. 90 beats per minute, which is pretty close to 75%. Ready, go. Okay, I'm going to do one more because I think this will be slightly faster than playing it at 75% with the recording. So it's kind of like I'll go past where I want to go and then backtrack a little bit so I can relax and also focus on littler detail things. I like to go past where I'm comfortable so that where my actual target feels a little bit easy. If I'm trying to go for 100 beats per minute, I'll try to practice at 120 and then go back to 100 and clean up. Getting a little bit happier with that D chord. I'm starting to kind of figure out where I need to bend my wrist and where I need to put some pressure. All right, so I'm on my phone. I'm going to slow this down to 75%. Hopefully. I'm just trying to skip this though. Might be more trouble than it's worth.
Late one night, when my eyes beheld an eerie sight, for my monster from his slab began.
All right, let's see what it's like.
And suddenly, to my surprise.
Oh, I'm getting a call.
He did the Monster Mash.
Sorry.
It was a graveyard smash. It got on in the flash. He did the monster from my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abode to get a joke from my electrode. They did the Monster Mash. It was a graveyard smash. It got on in a flash.
Here's the part where it changes.
The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun.
The C to D.
The
C.
guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and
then just
his
goes back to
son.
G, E minor.
The scene was rocking, all were digging the sounds. Igor Monchain,
Then A minor to D.
The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their local group, the Crypt Kicker 5. They played the Monster Mash.
I mean, a metronome's really simple and easy to just, get going. But it's fun to play with the recording sometimes. You gotta, just kind of have fun with it. All right, we'll continue on with the basic drum beat, working our way up to 140. We're at 110 right now. And then we'll try the recording again. I'm just doing 2 each. Trying to gradually speed up. Trying to clean up my chords. Starting slow, and then just gradually speeding up. Once we get up to 100%, we're going to try and add some strum patterns. All right, that was 110. Just a few more. Sorry, my phone's blowing up. All right, 2 more. I'm feeling it in my hand, though. Is this what you guys feel like? I get it now. Ready, go. Right. I feel like it's smoother. It's kind of harsh, but I think that could be my picking hand and not so much my chord hand. So, all right, I'm going to do this one. Then we'll try the recording. Actually, you know what? Let's just do the recording. Why not? It's more fun that way. All right, I'm switching the playback speed to normal. I'm going to backtrack a little bit.
They did the Monster Mash. The zombies were having
This is the different part.
The party had just begun. The guests included
I haven't practiced my C's. So that's all right. It's done.
Dracula and
Back to
his
the normal.
son. The scene was rocking, all were digging the sound. Igor on chains, bagpipe playing hound. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker Five. They played the Monster Mash. It was a graveyard smash. It was all in a flash. They played the Monster Mash. Out from his coffin, Rex's voice did ring. Seemed he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?" It's now the mash. Now the Monster Mash. And it's a graveyard smash. It's a on and a flash. It's now the Monster Mash. Now everything's cool, Rex a part of the band. And my Monster Mash
Let's do one more.
bit of the plan. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my
All right.
door, tell them
I
what
have a
he
feeling.
said.
All right, well, that's decent. Let's try and add some strumming in there. Normally, when I start this with students, we don't start just strumming 8 right away. You know, we'll kind of get this going, and we'll start by going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. After they can do that, we'll go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually go by 1 until we get up to like 4 strums, and then I'll do 6 strums and then all 8 strums. And then we'll start trying to add in a strum pattern. When I was practicing before I went live, I found that I could kind of do 8 decently, and I didn't want this to be too long. Looks like we're at 15 minutes of our hopefully 30-minute practice session. So yeah, let's start trying to add in some strumming. I'm going to do, I'm trying to decide if I want to jump in between, well, okay, so I had planned on originally doing down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then when I'm comfortable with that, turning that into down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up. I'm gonna do the first one slowly first, because that fancier one did feel slightly awkward. So let's see. I'm maybe not gonna go all the way up to full speed like this, but I do want a warm up. So I'm just going down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, down. Oops. I can feel my hand getting tired. Just something to be, I don't know, talked about. When you're doing something like this, you know, this is a process that I'll have to do not every day, but like most of the days of a week. And then, you know, eat a lot of protein so my muscles can rebuild, get a lot of sleep so things can get categorized in my brain better. So you can't expect to get there, you know, just in 30 minutes. It's something that you do for 30 minutes. The next day you do it again and you feel a little bit better about it. You do it the next day and you feel even better. And then, you know, by day 4 or 5, you're like really starting to feel the difference. So, you know, I was showing you the process that I would take to learn this song within a week as somebody who's definitely a beginner. But I'm not promising to see any that you're going to see any drastic changes in this 30 minutes. But I can kind of feel it. You know, you got to not sacrifice. You got you gotta what am I trying to say? I hate going live. I have to write scripts. But yeah, you gotta celebrate. That's what I'm trying to say. Celebrate the little victories. Anyway, here is 80 beats per minute. Let's go up to 100 beats per minute. I'm noticing with that D, my issue is that my thumb is usually a little too high on the neck. Whenever I lower my thumb, it helps. All right, 2 more rounds like that, then we'll try with the recording. Oops. I mean, I wish this sounded better for you, but hopefully the fact that it doesn't is reassuring. I mean, I've been playing guitar for 15 years, I don't know, but not left-handed. I mean, there's no trick to it. It's just because I haven't played left-handed that much. That's the reason it doesn't sound good. All right, 1 more round, 100, then we'll try it with the recording. Try this out. I'm going to slow it back down to 75%.
To arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker 5.
Down, up, down.
They play from
down, down, up, down. Down, up, down.
It was a graveyard smash. It was all a little flat. They played from Monsterland. Out from the Scotland Rex's voice in green. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania
rounds?
twist? It's now the man. Now the Monster Man. And it's a graveyard smash. It's a horn and a flag. It's now the Monster Man. Now everything's cool. That's part of the band.
Okay. There's not really like a guitar in this song, so we have a lot of freedom with what we decide the strum pattern is actually going to be. So that could be it. I mean, if you wanted to do that, that totally fits. I like doing down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up. I think it kind of matches the kind of vibe. So let's try that. I'm going to go back down to half speed, 70%, or 70 beats per minute, 50%. I'm losing it. And this is it. This is the end. This is the last push. We started off just trying to clean up our change, mostly focusing on just getting to that D chord. Then we ran through the chord progression a whole bunch of times while doing down strums, just kind of getting the coordination between our hands. Then we started doing down, down, up, down, up, down, up, just adding a little bit more busyness to this hand while this is doing the same thing. And now we're pulling out one of those ups to get down, down, up, up, down, up. So it should feel pretty much the same. And then we're just going to push all the way to 100% and try and play the whole song. Tuning is on this thing. It's hard to tell if it's out of tune or if I just suck. 1, 2, ready, go. Getting there. Let's get somewhere. I don't know. All right, let's do one more like this, and then I'm going to do with the recording at 75. Okay, all right. Let's try with this. Backing up.
Kick a 5. They played the monster.
Let's jump it in.
Mash. It was a graveyard smash. It was all in a flash. They played the monster mash. Out from his coffin, Max's voice did ring. Seemed he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?
It's now the mash.
Now the monster mash.
The monster mash.
And it's a graveyard
It's
smash.
now the mash.
It's a on and a fly.
It's now the mash.
It's now the monster mash. Now everything's
All right.
cool, Drax apart.
Not terrible. I mean, I don't think it's terrible. I'm going to do 3 more rounds with this, working our way up to normal speed. And then I'm just going to turn the song on and try and jam along. I'm killing time because my hand hurts. All right, here we go. Whoa, that was a surprising change, actually. I did not expect that. I must be in the speed sweet spot, where it's fast enough that I can't overthink. Or maybe I can. Yeah, there's usually a speed where it's like not fast enough that you physically can't do it, but it's fast enough that you are relying on your muscle memory. You can't think, your brain can't be involved. It's complete reflex. And I might be in that spot. It's a nice spot. And I'm out of the sweet spot. All right, two more rounds, and then we do the song. 1, 2, ready, go. Oh no! I'm losing it. All right, last one with the keyboard. Whew! How do you guys do this? Just kidding. I was here once, and again, now I'm here again. It's just been 15 years since I've felt these feelings. Maybe more than 15. I might be lowballing it. Okay. I mean, honestly, with the strumming and everything, full speed, it could be a lot worse. That's me celebrating the little victory. Here we go. 1, 2.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from its slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It got on in a flash. He did the monster. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, the ghouls all came from their humble abode to get a jolt from my electrode. They did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It got on in a flash.
And here's where it changes.
The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, all was digging the sound. Eagle hunting, backfire laying hound. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker Five. They played the Monster Mash. It was a graveyard smash. It was a hall of flash. They played the Monster Mash. Out from his coffin, that voice did ring. Seemed he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid.
I don't think I was strumming hard enough.
Hissed and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?"
It's now the night.
Now the
I need to get a little more.
Monster Mash.
Get through all this
It's
shit.
a graveyard smash. It's a horn and a flash. It's now the Monster Mash. Now everything's cool. That's a part of the band. In my Monster Mash, it's a good plan. For smooth living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door,
Definitely think my strumming is the weak point now.
And you can mash.
then you can Monster Mash. Into my graveyard smash. You can horn and a flash. Then you can Monster Mash.
All right, well, there it is. It's been, what, about 30 minutes of practice?
I saved
We got-
$700 with
Shut up,
Liberty,
Liberty
Mutual.
Mutual. Actually, I like the Liberty Mutual. Well, there it is. Yeah, like I said, it's not going to get there in 30 minutes. You need to do that most of the days of the week. You got to think of it like going to the gym or exercising. You're building muscles, so you got to let the muscles repair and rest. And then after, a couple days of rest, you come back and it's like something has changed. A switch was flipped or whatever. But that's it. That's what I would do. If you're wondering how to practice or how to learn a song, it's that. You just find a speed at which you can do it, work your way up to full speed, and then just try to gradually make it more complicated. We started by doing just one strum per chord. Then we were doing 8 strums per chord. Then we did a strum pattern that wasn't as complicated as the actual strum pattern. And then we did the actual strum pattern. But in each case, we started at half speed and then just incrementally worked our way up to full speed. And that's it. You just literally need to play it hundreds of times, but in a gradual, structured way. So hopefully this was enlightening. And if you didn't learn anything, hopefully you got to just take some solace in the fact that I was struggling probably just as hard as you are. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I got to leave before I make this worse. All right. Have a great one. Happy Halloween. Bye.